My name is Elizabeth Scrimmager. I am a counselor at Marion County Detention Center in Lebanon, Kentucky for state inmates. We're a reentry program, and I am completing the Master Justice Studies, Master in Justice Studies.
All right, my name is James Hunn, and I am a retired Senior Master Sergeant, U.S. Air Force. I spent 27 years in the Air Force.
My name's Ashley Hilger, and I am a program supervisor at Maryhurst, which is a psychiatric residential treatment facility for girls 11 to 17 years old.
My name is Tara Jackson, and I work for the Kentucky Department of Corrections with probation and parole.
So I'm on the tail end of the program. I'm just completed my thesis. I'm about to do the defense. Hiring your education, continuing education isn't going to harm you. It's only going to benefit you. So the reason why I chose it was, one, just because I want to continue education in my field of study. I'm very passionate about corrections and just about helping people in general. And so I felt that the MSJS program was really going to benefit me all around, not just in my career, but with just personally, it was going to help me and everybody that I come in contact with, whether it be at work, whether it be in my personal life. What I learned from it and take from it is only going to benefit everybody.
The one thing that stood out for me at Campbellsville was that slogan that is helping students reach their call. That maybe and that just stood out to me, that many of times I don't think we even teaching young people, and I say young because I'm in my 50s, about the call of God that they can answer. So I felt like I sensed the call of God really leading me to go to Campbellsville to go into the criminal justice program. So that's really my story of how I got involved in Campbellsville. Let me tell you, I am enjoying this program. Dr. Bud, all right, that's a plug in for Dr. Bud, who's over the criminal justice program. So that's how I really got into the program. I actually started this past May. So I'm a little early into the program, but I really have a passion.
I'm pretty young, I'm only 24, and I still say that I don't really know what I want to be when I grow up, because I don't. Where I'm at now it's psychiatric residential treatment facility, but we get a lot of girls that may have been in juvenile or like detention centers and stuff like that. And this is kind of like their last chance, like a last stop for them, where they can receive like mental health help and not just be in like a juvenile detention center. So I definitely feel like the things that I was able to learn, especially on like the psychology side, like the theory side of things, and like how people react to certain things, has definitely helped me to be able to work here at this job. And I hope to stay in this field for sure. And I think it's given me, one, obviously the education, having a master's degree, it just one step up, and I think that just like the experience I was able to gain from the classes and the knowledge I was able to gain through like my thesis and just the classes in general really helped me.
So from the time that I started school for my bachelor's and this master's program, I went back and forth. Sometimes I was working 2 jobs, sometimes I was working just one full-time job, but at no point of this was I ever only doing school. And so it's definitely a mental thing to have to sit down and say, this is my school time, this is my work time, and this is my me time. But as long as you mentally can separate the 3, and it is hard to do, but this school, everyone is so willing to help you, and everyone understands your whole life is in school. You're doing it like this, either online or night classes, because you have a life and other things going on. So I think the fact that Campbellsville is so willing and understanding to help you, it makes a big difference on being able to actually get this completed and feel like you're still doing it the right way.
I've definitely learned a lot. I wouldn't be the person that I am today if I hadn't gone to Campbell's University.
And I just think it was all around worth it. And the like hard part and the hardships of it were never more than the good parts of it.
My advice, I would say, if you are thinking of going to school or back to school or anything like that, I would absolutely do it in 100% at Campbellsville. I would start it all over again and go back to Campbellsville again. I love it. I have never had a negative encounter with them at all. Everyone is so warm and welcoming and helpful, and like I said, they understand that you have a life going on. People are married, they have kids, they're working 1, 2, and 3 jobs. Like, there are things happening, and they are so willing to work with you and your schedule. And if you're struggling a little bit, they're going to sit you aside and say, okay, how can we help you and get you going? Because they put the same amount of attention and effort different is to everyone based on your needs. And to me, that's not what you would get at any other regular college.
You just have to be willing to make that adjustment. But I from my experience so far in the last 6 months, it is well worth the investment. And I 100% support Campbellsville. Come on and be a part of this awesome family, this awesome experience. And I'm sure you'll reap the rewards of your hard labor.